on pole for Heat 1 would be Gerald Reddington in the 12th car. The 71 of Richard Kalinske is on his outside. Gerald gets a good jump down into turn 1. He leads the field. For now, Mark Nutt, though, challenges very early, pushes him wide, and Nutt will grab the lead off of 2. Damir Bejana, our points leader, started 5th. He's already made his way up to 2nd, and he's not content with that. He goes for the lead off of turn 4. Mark Nutt's going to lead a lap. Damir's going to grab the lead in turn 1, though. Damir would lead the next few laps as the field continued to battle for second on back. Scott Batista up into second now as Spencer Fullerton got jumped way back in the field. Scott Batista, last in points, just he does quite well in heat races. When it comes to features, yeah, not so much. Alex Allen now up into second as we almost go 4 wide through turn 2. That could have been real bad. This track has a history of crashes off of turn 2. Lap 7 now, TJ Dent finally makes his way up into second and becomes the first driver to successfully challenge Damir Bejana. He gets by at least temporarily. Bejana slings along the outside. He'll stay in second for now as the field is beginning to string out just a little bit. Probably the best thing for this race. You don't want another crash fest. Bejana goes for the lead off of 4. Bejana will actually lead that lap. TJ Dent is denied leading a lap. Bejana would once again extend his lead as the pack reforms behind them. And currently Ophelia and Dumian, TJ Dent and Alex Allen battled it out for a second spot for a while. Now it's Mark Nutt and Ophelia and Dumian battling for the spot. TJ Dent slinging around along the top as I think the caution's out. Yes, Alex Allen is around. Luko Brovac got into him. Coming off of turn 4, Lucas slid up into Alex Allen and did not give Alex a break at all there. He could have easily just backed off and everything would have been fine for those two drivers. Alex Allen with quite a bit of damage now. He will be off the pace for the rest of the race. Luko Brovac may receive a penalty from the HARC officials after that one. Bejana leads the field back to the green flag. Just 13 laps to go now. Very quick heat races. This track is very quick, so it's no surprise that the 29-lap heat races are going by in 10 to 15 minutes. Scott Batista, the 91, challenges Bejana on the bottom. Bejana goes to defend his line, but doesn't do anything stupid. And Batista will lead that lap off of turn 4 as Matthew Stringer makes his way up into second. Stringer goes for the lead. Sosnowski, though, has other ideas. He goes to the inside of him off of turn 4. I think Stringer's going to lead that lap. Never mind. Sosnowski's actually going to lead that lap. Now Finguy challenging on the bottom of the circuit. Finguy will get the lead off of 2. Sosnowski wants to lead back 1 lap later. He's to the inside of Finguy, and through turn 1, he's got it. Sosnowski was able to defend his position by holding the inside in the turns for the next couple of laps, but Finguy eventually got a run that was just too strong for Sosnowski to hold off. He slings back by on the inside. Finguy with a very strong car today as Matthew Nicholson and Scott Batista battled for second with Sosnowski. Just 4 laps to go now. No one able to run down Finguy except for perhaps William Duncan here. Luke Walker up into third. He's going for a second straight heat race win as these three have put a relatively large gap between themselves and 4th place Dakota Honecker. Finguy pulls a crossover move. 1 lap later, he's back into the lead. Coming into turn 3, Matthew Nicholson looks to make it 4 wide, and Dumian slides down the track into Nicholson, Dixon, and Nicholson Stringer, hard crash. And Dumian gets a big chunk of that. I think Batista also slapped the wall, and this would take out Endumian. Oh, as Alex Allen goes by the damaged car, he's been slow. This would take out Endumian, Nicholson, and Dixon out of the race from this incident, as the race is now going to end under caution. And so Jeffrey Finguy would win the heat race number 1. Dakota Honecker in second position. Duncan fell back to 3rd on that final green flag lap. Luke Walker 4th, and Luko Brovac would finish 5th. However, the HARC officials have decided to give Luko Brovac a penalty. They gave him a warning after Australia, and it just seems like he hasn't learned his lesson, turning Alex Allen there in turn 4. And that was very avoidable, and because of that, he will keep the points he got from that finish, but he will be starting at the very rear of the field, 36th position in the feature. Track veteran Jacob Young in the 22 would lead the field back down to the green flag for heat race number 2. P2 London in the 007, another veteran, makes up the veteran front row. He starts outside pole but does not get a good launch. Young takes the lead in turn 1. Terrence Day up into second. It would take a lap and a half, but Terrence Day would challenge Jacob Young for the lead. Young pulls a defensive maneuver. Terrence Day checks up, has to check up to make the corner. Young will continue with the lead. Young very dominant in the first part of the race. No one able to challenge him as Alex Tanker makes his way up through the middle between Tyler Faber and Johnny Appleseed into third position. He's now going for second on Terrence Day. Off of turn number 4, Paul Swanson slide up into Michael Kane. They come down into William Nicholson. Nicholson with a hard crash. He's airborne. Got hit by P2 London, Johnny Appleseed, Chris Washer. I think Carlin Dooming got a piece. Paul Swanson involved. A lot of innocent bystanders taken out there as a hard crash ensues on lap 9. Jacob Young leads the field back to the green flag. Mike Doan, Paul Swanson, and William Nicholson are out of the race from that last accident. Alex Tanker uses this opportunity to go to the front. He looks very strong today, along with Terrence Day and Young. Though these three have been perhaps some of the fastest cars of the day so far. Andreas Allen makes his way up into the top 3 now. Tanker up into, Andreas up into second a lap later, and shortly thereafter into first position as he gets to the inside of Tanker, who slides wide in 1. Although a lot of the really damaged cars went out of the race from that last incident, there were certainly a few slow cars still out on track. Carlin Dumian, Chris Washer without pretty much any front end. P2 London and Johnny Appleseed are very slow. In the meantime, up front, Ilya Bonarenko would catch up to Andreas Allen. These two have broken away from the field. Ty Dent makes his way up into third now, and Ilya would take the lead through turn 2. Tanker back by him on the following lap as Tyler Faber and James O'Shea begin to make their way up into the mix to perhaps challenge for this race win. 10 to go. The leaders would catch the two slowest cars, Johnny Appleseed and P2 London. They're 3.5 seconds off the pace. He holds up Ilya Bonarenko. Oh, Ilya Bonarenko tries to go down, and we've got a crash. Bonarenko, desperate to get to the inside, goes down right into the path of Jacob Young, and they both slide up the track. James O'Shea takes a hit into the wall as well. Jacob Young and James O'Shea would go out of the race from this. Ilya Bonarenko would continue. Tanker leads the field back to the green flag. Johnny Fingai second. He has a little bit of damage, perhaps from the first accident, as Ty Dent tries to slip around P2 London, who the lap car, who ended up third in line for that restart because of Johnny Appleseed causing that caution just as the leaders were catching them. This is spread out the field quite a bit, and so we'll have quite a little bit of a personal battle for the lead here. Ty Dent battles Alex Tanker for the win, as I think there's only 2 or 3 laps to go now. Dent leads at the white flag. Sawyer Girl and Johnny Fingai continue to battle for that second position. Girl clears Fingai, but he's not going to have a chance to battle Dent for the victory. And Ty Dent will come off of turn 4 to win his second heat race of the year here in Washington. Sawyer Girl will come across the line in second position. Johnny Fingai third. Tyler Faber comes across the line in fourth place. He was pretty quick all day, but never got a chance to really go for the lead. And Andreas Allen rounds out the top 5.